everyone, John Gonzalez here from MLive.com and Michigan's Best. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm so excited because we're being joined today by Jacob Burt. He's the brand marketing specialist for ShineWater. Brand new product, at least brand new to my attention, and looking forward to learning more about it. How you doing, Jacob?
Doing great, man. Excited to be here. I'm stoked to get to connect on Shine. I love it.
Yeah. Is that how you guys abbreviate it? Just Shine? Just say Shine?
Yeah, I guess I should be saying ShineWater to be on with the brand, but yeah, to abbreviate it.
On point for sure. Well, this might seem a little different for a lot of listeners that are used to Amy and I talking about food and craft beverages, but I think it's only an extension of the whole culture of food, craft beverage,
for sure.
Craft water, almost in a sense, right? Because the whole industries are changing to kind of more of a
definitely
curated, something that the people are trying different, do something different, right? That's out there, and it kind of fits. It makes sense to me. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I mean, I think people are becoming more and more conscious consumers, whether it's where we're eating our food, whether it's where we're drinking our beer, or what we're buying from the grocery store. We want products that have been made, with people in mind, not just the easy way out or what's going to be the best thing for, our mind. And I think, what's great about Shine and why I'm so passionate about the brand is that when you look at it, there really wasn't anything that was compromised to make a product that people could appreciate, right? You really take the vitamins and nutrients we need, you combine it with, just a great hydration beverage to get you through. So to your point, I think when people, go to the grocery store, they're starting to look at labels, they're starting to really understand brand stories, why was it invented in the first place? And that same extension goes into where we're eating and drinking.
So ShineWater is coming on board. We'll get some background on the company in a second. I know that you're Michigan based, but it's a competitive world out there. I mean, I walked into the store to my local gas station yesterday, and I said, "Oh, good, we can drink." Oh, I have mine too, and I need to hydrate. I'll tell you why in a second. But I walked in there and I said, "Let me see if I can find ShineWater," right? And I looked around and I'm like, the reality hit me. There are a lot of people out there that are trying to jump on the bandwagon, right?
Yeah.
How tough is it to carve a niche out there and to establish yourself as a brand that people should take seriously?
I mean, to your point, the beverage category across the board, no matter what vertical you're in, whether it's water, energy, tea, whatever that is, it is super competitive. There's a lot of people coming into the space. And I think you really have to understand where the consumer mindset is right now to be able to have a unique selling proposition amongst your competitors. The reason why I think, we got so excited about Shine and bringing it to Bay City to begin with was because we knew that at the core, the product was superior. With Rod and Matt and me jumping on board to really start building this brand, we realized hey, the vitamin D, the antioxidants, the electrolytes at the core, this fluid has what people really need on a day-to-day basis and will help us stand out amongst the flavored waters, the sugar-enriched sports beverages, those things that are kind of getting to the point or serving a need, but not necessarily taking it to where the consumer is sitting right now. And Shine takes all those things and puts it with a great flavor. I think what we also realized is, you need to have a great product, but you need to have a great package that helps, really have that impact on the shelf, build your we call it the brand block on the shelf where your product sits. You want that to be strong and really hold its own. So since we've launched the new packaging for Shine, really just in the past 2 or 3 weeks, we're super excited about being able to have a much more impactful presence on the shelf. It shows that fruit flavor, and I think it really does a great job of embodying the spirit of the fluid itself. So to your point, when you look at your competitive set, you really have to say, what are their solutions, but how can we create something from a consumer value standpoint that's going to go beyond what they're doing? And with Shine, you're really looking at antioxidants, vitamin D, electrolytes, other nutrients and vitamins as well that come together to really give you something that has more health impact than, say, buy Gatorade, flavored water, even like a Pedialyte. We're really able to give you something that meets the consumer where they're at right now.
And that's why it's a perfect drink for me right now, because as I was telling you off the air that I got done with the workout, right? And I'm like, I need a quick shower. I need to grab something to drink, and I will right now.
And hydration's an all-day thing for us, right? I think a lot of people are underhydrated day to day, and
Mhm.
they're not getting the right vitamin intake. So, Shine can be a great product, and no matter, like, you're fresh out of your morning workout, you need
Mhm.
something to get you into your headspace for the day, or it's your afternoon slump, you just had lunch, you haven't been drinking water throughout the day.
Yeah.
For me, I get sick and tired of just slamming cups of water all day. I need something that's like a little more, fun, bold,
Yeah.
refreshing, whatever you want to call it. And Shine's just a great option for all day, man. And no matter what age you are, where
Right.
you are, old, young, whatever, it's so fun to see, like, little kids holding Shine bottles, but then older people. Like, it's just a brand that can talk to so many people in so
Right.
many places. Yeah.
I get the old brand.
Yeah.
Let's get into the history of it because I
Yeah,
think people are curious about it. So Shine has been around for
definitely.
how long, and why is it based in Bay City, Michigan?
Yeah, so just over, I want to say, like 5 or 6 years, the brand has been around, but it was really developed by some physicians, actually, who found the need in the hydration category, and they realized, like, hey, the drinks at that time, it was very much like a Gatorade industry, right? They were the big dogs, and it was like, hey, well, there's probably a better way where we don't have all this sugar content in these beverages. That's something I totally forgot to highlight in the beginning when I was talking about kind of the value there with no sugar.
Right.
We could probably create a better solution that had more health value. So they really, um, developed the fluid there. And then Rod was on their advisory team here, and he's been a Bay City native. He was born here and came up here. And as that brand was growing, he realized that he could probably step in and really have a large impact to help that brand grow. And decided to bring it back to his hometown. Set up headquarters right on downtown Bay City. So the brand has moved, but the new home now, I think, is stronger, and it's rooted in a great community. And with Rod and the team that we're building, Larry Long on the sales team, we're really creating a really strong Bay City, Michigan foundation that's going to take this brand national.
Yeah, I love that based in Bay City because that town is so special to me. It's kind of one of the first places I really became a journalist. I was working there part time
Yeah,
while I was still in college at Central Michigan, so it just kind of has a lot of great memories for me. But I love the
for sure.
people and the food,
Hmm.
and if it works in Bay City, it's going to work anywhere, really. Uh,
Right. I mean, you got City Market. There's some great vibes in downtown
yeah,
Bay City. Some great
yeah,
culture there. Like, I think it's just like you said, it being rooted there and with a great team to take it. It's the people, the places that
yeah.
make us who we are, make our brand who we are, and I'm really pumped about it.
So I've been also a label reader for many, many years too, because
Nice.
I was telling you off the air is that my family has a history of diabetes. So
Hmm.
sugar is something I'm really super aware of. And now I'll eat sugar, especially when it comes to donuts. But I'm
We
really
all have our bites.
but I definitely have been reading labels, and that's one of the things that struck me. I'm also many years ago I was a youth sports coach, so I noticed this many years ago where the parents would bring the Gatorades and
Yeah.
just pump it down the kids, and I started reading the labels, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute,
Oh man.
and
Yeah.
I'm not here to knock Gatorade, but just any drinks that would come into the dugout, I'd go like, there's so
Oh
much
yeah.
sugar in this stuff.
Yeah.
Why are
100%.
we
It's
putting sugar in
crazy.
these kids? They need to replenish. They need the
Yeah.
electrolytes, right?
And that's not
Um,
really hydrating you either.
like Pedialyte was almost better to drink, in the dugout than a Gatorade, but because
I
of
mean,
brand,
honestly, yeah.
right?
With what was available back then, for
Back
sure.
then, exactly. So I was so happy to look at these labels, and you have different flavors, and we'll get to those in a second. But I'm looking
Hmm.
for the amount of sugar, and it says 0. So how are you sweetening this? That's not overly sweet at all. It's just
No, no, not
refreshing.
at all. So it's
But
a natural. It's a natural sweetener called stevia. So stevia is a great plant-based sweetener with no calories. That's going to give you that sweetness flavor to it. And there's also some natural fruit juices in there as well that are helping kind of complete the flavor. But it's very simple. Stevia doesn't have huge mainstream appeal. It's definitely grown over the past couple of years. But we're in a whole new wave of food and beverage in general, where people are looking for alternatives to what was kind of the mainstream. Or and I think you're going to continue seeing stevia as a critical part of products to get them sweet.
the 4 flavors that are on the market now, and I was able to find it. I love, by the way, the store locator on your website.
Yeah,
It
I
was super
definitely.
helpful. I'm like, okay, I couldn't find it at my local gas station, but I want to track it down. And
Yep.
I was surprised, impressed of how many places you were. I called a couple, no, we're sold out. I called the other places to see if they had it, trying to plan, because I was on a little journey up north, and I found it at several places heading up north. But you've got, which we're both drinking the
Kiwi cucumber,
kiwi
and then we've
cucumber.
got kiwi cucumber. Then we got peach mango,
Got that one right.
strawberry lemon. Yeah, there you
Got
go,
that
peach
one.
mango.
Yep. Strawberry lemon.
Strawberry lemon. Yep.
Got that one here too.
And then Palma grape is going to be the fourth. Yep.
Palma grape.
And we got a couple more that are coming. I can't say too much about it, but if you want to follow along on social, we're going to be teasing it out over the next couple of weeks and months. And we're super excited about those. They're going to be great.
The website's, is it ShineWater.com?
You got it. Yep.
Yeah, because like I said, that website to me was super helpful. It gave me a lot of the breakdowns of all the ingredients that you can find in these beverages, and also how to get a hold of, the store locator was so key.
The locator's great. You can also find us on Amazon. It's a great place. You can purchase Shine no matter where you're at.
I know that. Can you talk a little bit more about the history of ShineWater? Because I know you said it was developed by a doctor, right, in the South somewhere, right?
Yeah, two physicians in Charleston came up with the product, and when they first came up with it, it was a lot of boots on the ground, just kind of testing the product with local markets, selling through some of the local Whole Foods. Really trying to get the product in people's hands to get feedback on the flavor, and back to that point of that discovery process and test process, I think really led them to a great fluid, that had a lot of the benefits and the features that people were looking for, back to the ideas of no sugar, the vitamins, the electrolytes. But then from there, the potential to really have that fluid resonate on level, I think there were a few things that, Rod, Matt, the team are really going to help unlock. And I think you're already seeing a lot of those changes really come into a pretty already with the new brand now, across the board. That's been an awesome rollout. And then just the sales team really being able to kick it up and get the product. Like you were saying, there's a lot of places in Michigan right now on the store locator, and we're continuing to have exciting conversations with retailers launching in every Kroger in Michigan in the next couple of weeks, which is going to be an incredible vehicle to get it out. So, the history is really rooted in trial and error of physicians creating a superior beverage, which I think, makes me feel really good about the how it was developed, where it came from. It was created out of a need by individuals that really understood the market and the consumer from a health standpoint. And for back to our point at the beginning of this, conscious consumers that want to know brand stories. Why was this developed in the first place? Was this just, some corporation trying to add another product onto their lineup to get them more shelf space, or was this a product developed for people like me? And I think through and through to the core, we're developed for real humans to feel good, live better, powerful hydration to get you through. And that's just really comforting to me as a consumer. And I hope it is with people that are either tuning into this or potentially going to be buying Shine in the future.
I think people will discover this and find out they like it. I think I'm like the common person, because I, you read and you hear to drink, how much water a day, but I'll have a glass, I'll get in a little groove of drinking a glass or two of water a day. And I'm like, I just need something with a little flavor. Right. And then the fact that this has some electrolytes and that vitamin D component to it as well, kind of brightens my day, which I like. That's why I like the title Shine, right? It's supposed to make you shine throughout the day. So it's perfect for me. It makes me smile. And then of course I have my history with diabetes and sugar, so I got to watch that, so to me, it's a perfect product for that. The sweetener, the flavors, are you using extract to get these flavors, like the kiwi cucumber, or how are we getting these flavors?
Yeah. So the flavors are coming from, like a natural fruit extract that we're using to get them together, and each one's going to have a unique blend. There might be some other subtle essences of fruits in there, but the main two that you're going to see are going to be named in the flavor.
Yeah, like this Palma grape, I can't wait to try, because I'm a huge fan of both pomegranate and grapes.
Yeah,
that sounds really good. And then this the lemon one is strawberry lemon.
Strawberry lemon, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of a nice hot summer day. Yeah, so
I can't say that I have a favorite. I kind of go between all of them, but it's great to see which ones people are posting on social media. The new brand seems to be getting a lot of great people are loving it compared to the old label, and we're
Yeah.
excited about that for sure.
I think it's funny that we both chose the kiwi cucumber.
Great minds, man. Great minds.
Without even thinking at all. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. I did want to ask you a personal question about yourself. Where are you from originally? Because, I love your enthusiasm for the brand. What's your background?
So I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and studied entrepreneurship down here, and got actually kicked off with beverage brands while I was in school, and really started diving deep into the category, really understanding, like, to your point, it can be super overwhelming as a consumer. It can be super overwhelming as someone building a brand to try to make a space in the category. And I really love the idea of working for a product that people can hold and experience and feel. So super passionate about that. And then, my connection with Rod, our founder and owner, goes way back to my time, right when I was graduating from school, actually, with a past company. And, we've collaborated there and was able to come with the Shine team here. And I've really enjoyed my time, and excited to keep growing it, man. We have such a strong foundation rooted in Michigan. And I love the product. I love the brand. And I just feel like there's so much potential for where we're going to be at this thing. And it's going to be a fun ride with our Michigan roots.
What are you loving about Michigan? What are you loving about Michigan when you had a chance to discover it?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, like the culture, the different places, I think like the development of the downtown has been incredible. Just from the city market vibes to some of the small bars and nooks, and like some of the new apartment development, restaurants. Like there's refreshment of kind of intriguing and intricate like concepts being put up that are very, like, to our point, like they're conscious. People are putting a lot of effort and time into building these things that are adding a good vibe to the city. And I really appreciate that as someone who, like craft beer background, like love those things. So it's great to see, a town developing like that, right there. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't want to say relocated, but my oldest son lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? And we've been visiting him.
Yeah.
Been visiting him a lot, going there and discovering the breweries there and the food scene there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You come back to Michigan and you kind of go, you know what? This is a pretty cool place too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Our beer is just as good, if not better. Okay, it's better than North Carolina's beer. And the food scene's great. And Bay City, I love because it's like a contrast of two different worlds, right? It's like you have the bars that are like in a house. You might be driving through a neighborhood and you go, that's kind of a funky house. Oh, it's a bar, right? And then you have the contrast of downtown Bay City where they have that city market where, like you said, every business is booming. We love the barbecue. There's Mexican food. There's coffee shop. It's a great market. And of course, ShineWater just kind of fits into that, right? Because you're, like you said, trying to appeal to a mass audience.
I think so. Yeah. We think this product is going to really resonate with across the board. I think, no matter what state you're in, whether you're north, south, east, west, we're becoming smarter. We want products that aren't going to get us jacked up with sugar, that are going to help us feel better every day. Be smarter, conscious consumers of things. And I think Shine's going to hit for a lot of different age groups.
All right, I just took another swig of this kiwi cucumber, and on this drink, maybe because it's warmed up a little bit, I really get the cucumber.
Okay, yeah.
When it was cold, because I know that you suggested people try this cold, but as it warms up, because it was super cold, and now that it's warmed up a little bit, I get tons of the cucumber.
A little bit of a different flavor sticking out to you. Yeah.
Is it okay? Can I say this without anyone listening or watching? Is it okay if I put this like in with the alcohol? Have you tried that at all?
Oh yeah.
Mixing with a drink?
Yeah. I think that's all part of the spirit of the brand, having fun with friends. And if that takes a little extra kick in the pants, maybe it's a good thing. And we have some fun social media content that we do around that. We actually did a strawberry margarita, I believe, and then we have a peach mango with some champagne. That's really nice. So I get creative with it, man. Like that's all about the spirit of it. We want to see how you shine,
Awesome. Jacob Burt, the brand marketing specialist for ShineWater, based in Bay City, Michigan. ShineWater.com for all the information. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Go to Michigan is Best at mlive.com. You'll find us there. And if you want to learn more about ShineWater, ShineWater.com. Take care, everyone. Jacob, we'll see you later.